Lover by Taylor Swift is going to be played in standard tuning, and this tends to be a bit of a chordy song. It's based around just a G, a D, and a C, but there are a couple of other chords thrown in there that make it a bit more difficult than just G, D, and C. For instance, the intro, the first time through, is just a G major, a D major, and a C major chord. The way that I'm making the G major, I've got my second finger on the 6th string 3 fret, my ring finger on the 2 string 3 fret, my pinky finger on the 1 string 3 fret, and I've got my first finger on the 5 string 2 fret. D chord for the song will be an open 4 string, first finger on the 3 string 2 fret, ring finger on the 2 string 3 fret, and my second finger on the 1 string 2 fret, strumming from the open 4 string down. And then the C chord, you can either go to a C add 9, which would be the G shape, except for just move your second and first fingers down one set of strings, or a C standard chord, which would be the way that I make my C standard is I've got my ring finger on the 6th string 3 fret, pinky finger on the 5 string 3 fret, second finger on the 4 string 2 fret, open 3 string, first finger on the 2 string 1 fret, and then open 1 string. That's the first round of the intro, a G to a D to a C chord. And it kind of feels like it might be picking up the ring finger and exposing the open 4 string and then putting it back down there. And then the second time through the intro, it walks down. So the way that we'll do that walk is out of the G chord, we're going to move with our first finger to the 6th string 2 fret while leaving our ring and pinky fingers planted where they were on the 3rd frets of strings 1 and 2. Then we'll go into an E minor chord, leaving our ring and pinky planted still where they were, but moving our first finger now to the 5th string 2nd fret and hitting the open 6th string behind it. And then everything else that's not fretted by your first ring or pinky can remain open. So you've got G to an F sharp to an E minor, then you'll come up to a D chord, same standard D chord as before, and then the C chord. And that will be running in pretty quick motion. You can listen to the recording and hear that happening. G to F sharp to E minor to D to the C. And that sounds like it's happening with a strumming pattern like that, of down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And the bass is doing a lot of walking back into the G chord by either going open 6th string, 6th string 2 fret, 6th string 3 fret, or sometimes open 6, 6 1, 6 2, 6 3. So I'm mimicking that bass part as much as I can leading into the G chord. So you may want to think about doing that as well, because the bass is driving a lot of the feel of this song. So after the 2 round of intro, the verse will just be G to a D and a C. Repeating G to D to C. With the last time through, and basically that's the same thing as the chorus as well, except for the last time through the chorus, you'll do that repeated walking thing of G to the F sharp to the E minor to the D to the C. Stop on the C, and that's where she says lover, and then it goes back into the verse chords of just G, D, and C. Whenever we get to the bridge, here's where it gets a bit trickier. We're going to walk down to the E minor the first time by going G to the F sharp, just like in the chorus, but this is a bit more subdued. It's not all out. I'm palm muting this and hitting twice, then chord twice, walking down to the 6th string 2 fret, twice, then chord, then open twice on the 6th string for the E minor, and then the next chord is going to be an F note that gets thrown in there. So after the E minor, it goes to an F note, and I'm hitting that with my first finger on the 6th string 1 fret. Now this guitar part that I'm showing you right now is actually being played by a second guitar part, and they're playing it higher up on the neck, like. But getting us back on track for how I'm showing you to play it, you'll hit the F note, and then it walks up into a C by going open 5 string 2 fret, 5 string, 3 fret with your second finger on the 5 string, 3 fret. And I'm leaving my ring and pinky finger still planted in the kind of the C add 9 position, the back half of a G chord. So here we'll walk down to an A minor by going the C note to the B note. The B note is the 5 string, 2 fret, so I'm going from 5 string, 3 fret to 5 string, 2 fret to an A minor. And then it does a quick walk up that sounds like that to me. What I'm doing is 6 string, 1 fret, 6 string, 2 fret, 6 string, 3 fret with my first, second, and third fingers on my left hand, and then open 5 string, 1 fret with my first finger, 5 string, 2 fret with my second finger. So I get, and then it goes back into the G chord for a walk down in the bridge again of G to the F sharp, to the E minor, to the F note, and then walk up to the C, walk down to the A minor, and then the same walk up again, except for here it goes just into, after that second walk up of, it goes into a regular G chord. You can play the G chord however you want to, but a G major chord, and then to an F major chord, like a full F major chord. The way that I'm making this is I've got my ring finger on the 5 string, 3 fret, pinky finger on the 4 string, 3 fret. My second finger is going to go down on the 3 string, 2 fret. I've got my first finger on the 2 string, 1 fret, and then my thumb grabs the 6 string, 1 fret. If you want to play this F just like a standard bar chord, feel free. But we're going from a G chord now in the last round of the bridge, G chord to an F major chord, and then it goes into a C chord and holds the C chord, and then it goes to an A minor chord. This is a new chord for the song. So we've got an open 5 string, second finger on the 4 string, 2 fret, ring finger on the 3 string, 2 fret, and first finger on the 2 string, 1 fret, A minor. It holds and builds on the A minor, and then it goes to a D chord. Now, to me, it feels natural to go to a D7 chord here. I don't know what the guitarist is actually doing. The guitar is pretty low in the mix of this song, but if you want to play the D7 chord, that would be second finger to the 3rd string, 2nd fret, first finger to the 2nd string, 1 fret, and ring finger to the 1st string, 2 fret, strumming from the open 4 string down, or just a standard D major chord, which we discussed earlier. And after that G, or after that D chord at the end of the bridge, it then goes back into the chorus of G, D, and C, with the last time through the chorus walking down in such fashion as we discussed earlier, of G to F sharp to E minor to D major to the C. And then I think it repeats. Stops on the C, and that's the end of the song. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how to approach this, this simple song in the sense that it's pretty much all standard chords, but difficult song in that the chords are jumping around from pattern to pattern song. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach this song, Lover by Taylor Swift.